What is software testing? To test the project or product under controlled condition or intend to finding defects called testing. What are the basic terminology referred during test cycle? First, error. Error represents mistake made by people. Fault, result of error. Fault of commission. When we enter something into representation that is incorrect, it's called fault of commission. Fault of omission. Any stakeholder can make error of omission. The resulting fault is that something is missing that should have been present in the representation is called fault of omission. Failure occurs when fault executed. Incident. Behavior of fault. An incident is the symptoms associated with the failure that alerts user to the occurrence of failure. Why software testing? To find bugs, to reduce the risk for customer, to increase confidence in product or application, to meet the customer expectations. As the life cycle progresses, the cost of fixing defect increases exponentially. Systematic efforts are needed to detect the defect early in life to reduce the project cost. What is software testing process? Testing is performed by independent group of tester or developer. Software testing can be started at the same moment the project starts. Agile software development movement is test-driven approach. Testing cycle consists of following phases. First, initiation, test planning, test design, test execution, and test reporting. Initiation. Whenever any builds or requirements come from the customer end, the development or test team initiate the projects, that is called testing kickoff. Test planning. On the basis of customer requirement or requirement documents, on the basis of discussion, test plan will be prepared by the test manager or test lead, and test plan contain the scope of the project, the approach of the project, the limitation of the project, test design. On the basis of test plan and the requirement design document, high level test cases has been designed by the test team, and it's reviewed by the internal test team and shared with the customer for external review. Test execution done by test team, and corresponding logs and defects will be tracked by the test management tool. Test reporting. On the basis of test execution response, test team will be prepare the final test report and share with the concerned team and the client. What are the key steps will be taken care during the manual testing? A test team should be follow the sequence of steps during the manual testing, like first understand the functionality of applications or program on the basis of shared required document or functional document and given KT in case of if application is already exist. Made clear understanding regarding the functional flow and business scenarios. Prepare a test environment and know the dependencies. Prepare the master test plan and mention the scope of the release, approaches and the concerned person and test strategy. Prepare the test plan. On the basis of master test plan, test team will prepare the test plan which will further focus on the particular release. It depends on customer to customer. Sometimes test plan will be release basis and sometimes it will be for complete more than one releases. Prepare the test strategy document. Test strategy document is a document which will give you the clear understanding what kind of testing needs to be done for this application or in the release. Means how many percentage of testing will be done carried out by manual testing approach or automation testing approach. What are the in scope or out of scope, what are the concerned persons or concerned team, contact persons, risk, mitigations. Preparation the high level test scenarios. Preparation of test cases and internal and external reviews. Test team will prepare the test cases on the basis of functional document, on the basis of test specifications. Perform the internal review by test team. Once the internal review done, then test cases will be shared with the external team and client for external review. After incorporation of review comments, all the test cases will be shared with client. Execute the test cases depends on the requirement. It may be manual test case executions or it may be automation test cases. Verify the actual results. Store the test results. Record the result as pass or fail. To make clear understanding of the test cases executions or coverage, test team will maintain that complete track on execution part. Make a summary report of the pass and fail test cases. Publish the report with internal and external team and client. Record any new defects uncovered during the test case executions. What are necessary skills in testers? There are some key skills which is very necessary in tester, like negative thinking, breaking attitude, ability to think in different way, good communication skills, ability to adopt the changes and ready to learn, sharp eyes and alert mind, patience. Why manual testing is required? Business critical and heavily tested software, new to testing, simulate the real-time business scenarios to find the defect in the early stage of test cycle. Complete automation is not feasible. an agile development approach. These are the key reasons which point out the requirement of manual testings. What are the key problems in manual testing? Require human resource, time consumption, less reliable, inconsistent in nature, costly. What are the key errors found during unit testing? Most of the times, development team will perform the unit testing, and sometimes it will be taken care by test team as well. There are some of the key findings during unit testing is local data structure testing, boundary conditions verification, independent path verification, error handling path verification, local and global variable, incorrect initialization, incorrect symbolic representation of an expression, incorrect arithmetic precedence, global variable naming convention, mapping error, log and exception handling, referred different data in the code and database, necessary input parameter not trimmed during the saving in the database. What are the software testing methods? There are two methods, black box testing methods and whitebox testing methods. Black box testing, to verify the functionality of the application without knowing the internal logic and internal data structure, is called black box testing. Black box testing performed to intent of finding maximum functional bugs, and it's also called behavioral testing. Black box testing attempts to find error in the following categories, like core business logic or main functionality, interface error, error in database connection or data structure, basic operation and control states, functional validation, performance testing, boundary value analysis, input data case sensitivity, what is equivalence partitioning? Equivalence partitioning is black box testing method that divides the input domain of program into classes of data from which test cases can be derived. Equivalence partitioning strives to define a test cases that uncovers classes of errors. Test case design for the equivalence partitioning is based on an evaluation of equivalence classes for an input condition. An equivalence classes represent a set of valid or invalid state for input condition. An input condition is a specific numeric value or range of values, a set of related values or Boolean condition. Equivalence classes may be defined according to the following conditions, like if an input condition specifies a range, one valid and two invalid equivalence classes are defined. Second, if an input condition requires a specific value, one valid and two invalid equivalence classes are defined. Third, if an input condition requires a specific number of set, one valid and one invalid equivalence classes are defined. Fourth, if an input condition is Boolean, one valid and one invalid equivalence classes are defined. What is boundary value analysis? Boundary value analysis is a test case design technique that complements equivalence partitioning. Rather selecting any element of an equivalence class, boundary value analysis leads to the selection of test cases at the edges of the classes. Rather than focusing solely on input conditions. For example, valid age is 1 year to 99 years. Then boundary value analysis test cases will be just like first below 1 year, first test case. Second test cases like below 99. Third case only 1 year. Fourth one only 99. Fifth case in between 1 to 99. Sixth test cases random range from 10 to 30. Next test cases above 1 year. Next test cases above 99. So these are the some of the common boundary value analysis if set of valid age is 1 year to 99 year. What is Whitebox testing? Whitebox testing is performed to verify the internal data structure. All logical paths execute the loops at their boundaries within their operational bounds. Whitebox testing is to exercise the basic set are guaranteed to execute every statement in the program at least one time during testing. Basic path testing. Basic path testing is the Whitebox testing technique, and objective of the basic path testing to exercise the basic set are guaranteed to execute every statement in the program at least one time during testing. What is condition testing? The objective of the condition testing to exercise the logical condition contained in a program module. Example, A conditional operator B. What is the data flow testing? The data flow testing method selects path of a program according to the location of definition and uses of variable in the program. What is loop testing? Loop testing is the Whitebox testing technique that focus exclusively on the validity of loop constructs. 4 different types of loops can be defined. Like simple loops. Simple loop testing is performed where n is the maximum number of allowable passes through loop. Skip entire loop. Second. Third, only one passes through loop. Fourth, n minus 1, n plus 1 passes through the loop. Concatenated loops, nested loop, etc. What is verification and validation? Verification refers to the set of activities ensure that software correctly implement a specific function. Involve review, inspections, walkthrough, and meetings. Verification performed after each and every phase of SDLC, like feasibility, analysis, design, coding, testing, implementation. What is validation? Validation refers to different set of activities that ensure that software that has been built is traceable to the customer requirements. That is validations. You can say that verification is prerequisites for validation. What are the key documents referred during the software test life cycle? Master test plan, release test plan, test strategy, high level test scenarios, detailed test cases document, internal review document, external review document, test case execution report, test reporting, release note, sign off, conditional sign off. What are the different defect management tools? There are different defect management tools are used in the IT industries like HPQC. HPQC is a defect tracking and management tool which is widely used to manage the requirement, test plan, test case, and various chart and graphs which help to track the progress and manage the deliveries in better manner. Jira. Jira is a defect tracker as well as an extensible platform that can be customized to suit your business process. Jira lets you prioritize, assign, track, report and audit your issues so that you can follow entire life of the defects. Test Director. Test Director is a defect tracking and management tool which is used to manage as defect tracker and management tool. Test Director gives the facility to generate various customized report. Bugzilla. What is Bugzilla? Bugzilla is a web-based general purpose bug tracker tool originally developed and used by the Mozilla project and licensed under the Mozilla public license. What is Clarity? Clarity is an integrated solution for developers and managers. Main features of Clarity are bug tracking, maintaining history of changes of an issue, access control management. When we should stop testing? Whenever the agreed deadline are met and achieved threshold as agreed, like 0, 0, 0, 5 means 0 critical defects, 0 blocking defects, 0 major defects and 5 minor defects. Application or system are stable, run out the time or money. What are the example of high severity and low priority defects? For example, data is coming through another system and processed through our system, and there is a problem at external system and data is not coming correctly, then that is the case of high severity and low priority because of it belongs to another external system. What are the